We are tonight's entertainment. You black, ain't you?
Look at all these cool ass toys.
Yo, Joe! What is good? What is up? We had an explosive day in G.I. Joe and Savage Land is bringing you a live podcast with my man Captain's Corner.
Yeah. What's happening?
We got my boy Swift Shot, the motherfucking Autobot. What's good?
What's good, fam?
And what's good to everybody in the chat, man? Tonight, man, we just gonna be basically doing a recap and just giving our opinion on pretty much what happened today. I totally agree that it was a really, really good showing. And we were backstage talking about the different things, and we just gonna converse through everything that they talked about. We're gonna keep it kind of short. We're gonna keep it like an hour and 30 minutes, even though I'm probably lying about that. But we got to cap it on that. But we're gonna talk about everything you guys want to hear about and see what you guys in the chat is thinking as well. Let me say what's up to everybody's in the chat so far, man. And then we're gonna go ahead and start conversing on this G.I. Joe because we got a lot to talk about. Evil Dookie, what's good, my G? White Vegeta, what's up? Hustle, what's good with you, fam? Ivan, yes, sir. And Herb, what's going on, my fam? Steve O, what's good in the hood? Just Jeff, what's kicking it, fam? Oh, Lou, what's going on with you, partner? But yeah, that's everybody in the chat right now. I'm pretty sure more will come in. But just starting off with you, Cap, man. Just overall, man, what did you think? Just to kind of when you seen it today, how'd you feel about that?
I liked it a lot, man. I think like we was hollering a little earlier, man. Like they're bringing the heat, man. They're bringing the heat, man. I really like this this little live stream they did, the pulse stream. It was a lot of hot stuff. You know what I mean? A lot of hot stuff, man. I mean, most of it we seen already was like little renders and stuff like that. Yeah. But to see the actual figures and stuff, it gives you a little more like, okay, they didn't really deviate away from the renders. So, okay, this is what we're getting, you know?
Mm-hmm. Swift, what did you think? I know you ain't a big G.I. Joe guy. Now that's why I'm glad that you in on this conversation, and you younger too. So, but what do you think about the product, the dope they put out there?
I thought it was pretty cool. There were certain ones I was like, there was multiple like the armor I was super hyped for, and I really liked the colors on what was it, the Blowtorch and one of the other guys. I like that whole like that neon, like the bright popping colors. I was really excited for that, and it was even cool, even like certain characters that I've never heard of. Like I never heard of Footloose, but it made me remember. It reminded me like, oh yeah, there's a lot of G.I. Joe that I'm still, even though I watch it and like I know about a lot of it, there's still a lot more to learn.
Hey, look, don't feel bad, man. There's still a lot more for me to learn too. I think I just keep myself locked in a certain era and shit, man. But no, you about to say something, Cap?
No, I was like, yeah, it is a lot, man, because there's stuff I don't even know. I'm like, Jesus.
And that's the beautiful thing about it, because like I say, there's three different almost generations of aura G.I. Joe. There's the kids who first started with in 83, and they probably fell off about 87, 88. Then you have like a 86 to a 90 crew, and then you got like a 90 to, you know, pretty much it almost ended. You know what I'm saying? So you got like three different generations, like, and people might not know about something that came before. people might not know about something after, like cesspool or some of them crazy motherfuckers. Like, they started fighting like pollution and shit.
Yeah, I was gone by then. I was gone by then.
Niggas went out, they started picking up trash and shit.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa, I was gone. I don't even know what's going on.
Bro, B1 Kenobi, what's going on with you, fam? That is one dope name, man. Even Paul from Hyper Drive came by and he left a comment on one of my videos, man, saying which his name was Bro B1 Kenobi. Paul, what's good? My G, smoking and loped out, no doubt. So, somebody else I seen in here too. Oh yeah, so that's everybody. So man, what we're gonna do? We're gonna jump right into it. I ain't gonna have no particular order. I got everything we're gonna talk about, but I ain't gonna start like how they started, because that's just gonna fuck me up. So I'm gonna go to the present screen, man, and we're gonna go to the email, and whatever picture come up, then that's how we gonna roll with it, and I'll mark it off on the list.
All right.
Gotcha.
All right. So, Mr. Swift got a lot of good pictures here.
Oh yeah, I tried to make sure we had a nice variety so we can look through them all. Action shots and stills.
Nice. All right. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the Frag Viper. Pretty much exact to the digital render. Let me flip back to this. What you guys think about the Frag Viper? Cat, what you thought about the Frag?
I like him. When he came out, I don't think, if I was still collecting, I probably was on my way out, but I don't really remember him at all. So I like him, and he's like brand new to me, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm just learning about him and everything. I like the colors. I like him a lot. Yeah.
What about you, Swift? What you think about it? Does it look a little too weird?
I honestly really like him. He's one of the ones that I like the colors. It was weird before I read the title Frag Viper. When I was just looking at him, I was wondering what the heck that was. It looked like he has like a lacrosse thing on his like forearm. Yeah. Once I realized it was him just throwing frags, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I like him. I think I might wait a little bit to cop him. I was like, but I really like his colors. I like his loadout, the fact that he has that frag, the mask, and I'm a dual wielding like. I love dual wielding. Anybody dual wielding anything. If they dual wielding pistols and like little machine guns, and that's what he got. So I really do like him for that.
Yeah. Where does that frag game come from? Is that some shit like from India or something?
I'm not sure.
Like what they like kind of like spin around and throw that shit. Like it comes out like faster than a like MLB player. Because
I think like lacrosse. I was like, they just really, really good at it. That training, and they throw it, it's crazy. I was like, I always wanted to play it, but I just never got around to it. I was like, but yeah, that alone, I was like, okay, he's getting copped.
And he's throwing grenades.
Yo, I was like, bro, yeah, he's probably the type to let it cook for a minute, throw it, and then nothing you can do.
Word, like, yo, I'm like, what?
Yo, Bobby Wall, what's good with you, man? I did the sweater I got in the thumbnail comes from 80stees.com. At the end of the live stream, somebody remind me, I got that pulled up on the website too, so you people can finally see where I get all my G.I. Joe t-shirts from. But yes, this sweater is dope and it's very comfortable. Chris Graham, what's going on with you, fam?
Savage. We all know you're gatekeeping your drip. We know it.
Hey, look, when y'all go over there, if you go over there, tell them I did it so I can get a damn endorsement deal or something.
I feel you.
Shit, I'm the only one who took a picture on the review page. Okay, so now we took some prime time action right here. I'll give my thoughts on this guy first. I think this guy is a sleeper figure. He's actually wearing the same sweater that I got on, which is dope.
Oh wow.
No, I'm fucking with you.
Yeah. I'm like, oh shit.
I was looking at that shit there like, this nigga got on my damn sweater. But he's fire, man. I know nothing about him. And from what they presented and showed, man, it's just like this right. I know this figure's gonna be in my top 10. God forbid he has any QC issues or anything like that. I know his color game is all over the place, but for some crazy reason, it all comes together, and that's just fire right there. What you think about that, Cap?
Yeah, like piggybacking off that, when I first seen, I don't know anything about him, and I've been doing my little research, so now I know a little bit more, but when I first seen him, I'm like, why does he have these colors? They don't even it didn't make sense to me. I was like, yo, what are you doing? And it just, I was like, I might get him, but then when I seen this today and I seen his mask, it just fit. It was like, oh no, I gotta get this guy. I'm sold, from that digital render. I'm sold. He looks way better, with the physical copy there. That, you know what I mean?
A lot of figures look better with the physical copy. Today.
He looks great.
Usually if it's looking good on a digital render, for the most part on the G.I. Joe, when it transfers over, I don't know. There's been a few like that, but you know what I'm saying? I found a lot of figures that if I'm really, really feeling on that digital render, when it transfers over to the physical, it's it's on point for sure for me. Swift, what you think about old Darklon here?
He was definitely one of the characters I also knew nothing about, and I was like, wow, okay, I was like, there's more to learn when it comes to G.I. Joe. When I saw his color scheme, though, it is extremely different, but the fact that it's so different and it's bright, kind of neon colors, I was hyped for it. And then the fact that he has that metal skull or mask and whatever, I honestly immediately was like, oh, I'm gonna have him fighting the Night Stalker. And the fact that he has that sword and also his gun, it's like a rapid fire grenade launcher or something like that.
Yeah, that's some crazy joint.
Yeah, yeah. But he got another gun. Don't he come with a little snub nose and shit?
Yeah. I think so.
Little 38 snub nose, little Saturday night special. Yeah, so
and he has grenades around his right leg too. I don't know if you guys peeped that. I was like, that's dope.
That is the ammo for that big ass gun he got.
Oh,
yeah, I believe it looks like them bullets big as hell. Them,
yeah, they do look gigantic too.
Those are projectiles.
Yep. Oh. So I was like, honestly, I'm gonna cop him too. I was like, that's one that's getting added to the list.
Yeah, this picture right here with him drawing his sword, that's that real shit.
Mm-hmm.
And this is Destro's cousin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah. Not they could be lying too, talking about their cousins and shit.
You know how that goes.
Well, I was like, they do it, do it how we do it. It's like, oh, that's cousin.
Yeah.
All right. Let me. Oh, hey. So I forgot to ask y'all. What would you rate the Frag Viper on a scale of 1 to 10? And y'all can be honest with me too. I if you was I thought it'd probably be a little bit. That's cool. I just want to know.
I'll say, I don't know. I'll say like a 9 or something. I like it.
What you think?
I was like, for me, he's only kind of around that 7 or 8 scale. That's just me though. I was like, while I like his colors and I like his style, he's very. I'm thinking how I'm gonna use him because he's really just throwing frags. He's very situational, in my opinion. I was like, so for that, I'm like, all right, you gonna take a step back. Plus, while I do like his colors, that blue and orange, even though they're Knicks colors and I love the Knicks, it's not my favorite color combo.
Olu gave him a 6.5. Even the chat getting on. I like that 7 to 8. I think everybody's pretty much on the same pace. And you're right, he is situational. I would give him because he's not horrible. It's just and he's unique. I think I like his helmet better than his actual face, which the face isn't bad. And I hope they don't fail me on this, but it almost looks like they put some silver paint on that helmet. I hope it don't come with this gray dull shit, but that's things that make that pop. But still, all in all, I would give him a high 7,
Hmm.
a low 8. You know what I'm saying? And it's not because he's horrible. It's just there's nothing, you know, that'll make you jump through the roof for him. But he's not a bad figure. He and you're right, Swift. He is situational, but he looks dope. He's like,
Yeah, I
I'm
gave him
definitely
a
down
9
for him.
because he's like an army builder too. You know,
Yeah.
so it's
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? It's like you can just get a few of them and they can fight, you know, a couple of guys, you know. So it's like it's easy.
No
It's
doubt.
not like a standalone character.
Look, and
Yeah, if he was-
I don't knock you for giving him 9. I think he deserves it.
Yeah, if he was different colors, I would like him more too. Cause he's the same color as I forgot the dudes. I know Savage. You have a bunch of them. The dudes with the
Alley
shield.
Vipers,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like the design of the
That's
Alley
my favorite.
Vipers, but the blue and orange ones, I'm just like, those aren't my favorite.
What would y'all rate Darklon?
Honestly, I'd give him a 7. I mean, not a 7, an 8. I was like, because he's really unique. His sword, gun, and mask make him really badass. And the fact that he has that mask is like really unique. It reminds me of that the Night Stalker. That's like the Predator that we got.
Oh
like
yeah.
it's like, yeah, that, and then also his color scheme too. It's like, all right, that for me, color goes a long way. So I'd give him like an 8, 8.5.
I'm going to a 10. And the reason why is because I think this other head here, I don't know if his tongue is sticking out or what's going on with that other head sculpt there, the silver one. But you get two different like head sculpts, and he's gonna be part of, you know, Destro's crew that they're introducing now, the Grenadiers or whatever. So this is gonna be crazy. And I really think he's gonna be a sleeper too. I really think he's gonna be a sleeper. I think he's gonna be way better in hand.
Yeah. I feel you on that. We were just talking about that. I would give him a 9. The only reason he doesn't get a 10 because he doesn't really have a face sculpt. And I'm talking about like flesh. You know what I'm saying? A lot of my perfect classified figures have nice face sculpts, like a rock and roll. I know Xandar's not perfect because of those shoulder pauldrons, but he's a 10 in my book. Major Blood 10. All these figures have great human face sculpts. And it's nothing to knock Darklon. I think he's A1, and plus we still ain't got him in hand. But as far as right now, from what I see, I give him a 9. I think he's a good sleeping 9 to a lot of people.
Oh,
no,
sorry.
Go ahead.
And then not to like, and you know, Destro being that they family and they have that curse of the, you know, have to have like their face covered and all that. At least it's not plain like Destro's. You know what I mean? Like,
you're right.
So that's why I'm like, oh, yo, you know, they gave us something a little different, and he's still under, you know, that family curse or whatever he has, but he just switched his up. He don't want to be normal, and then he's coming with like straight terror, like
that.
You know what I mean?
This picture right here is like that shit. That shit is fire.
Honestly, I don't think he's gonna be a sleeper like that. I feel like he's gonna go out just like what is it, the Blue Range Viper, the one with the skull as the face.
Oh yeah.
Well, that one was a Walmart exclusive. This guy's a little bit more to everybody.
Yeah.
To be honest with you though, but like we was talking about backstage, Xandar done got motherfucking missing. He done got on his bike, he done got him a bitch, and he done got low for the weekend. You know what I'm saying? And he's been missing for like 3 weeks. A Saw Viper done got missing. Now I had to do some like maybe I need to do some little more searching around, but I searched around for Xandar because I wanted another one to do something, and I could not find him. Now the Saw Viper was going off Hasbro Pulse. I need to check BBTS, but Xandar's missing from all the sites, so I don't know. You know, it's kind of a weird game now. But we're gonna move on. Let's go to Footloose. Cap, I'll say what I think about Footloose first. I think Footloose is great. I think he's another sleeper as far as all the green guys, the OD green guys, the original guys that's been coming out. I don't know. Is Footloose part of the original 13, Cap?
The original 13, no.
Okay. But he's from that beginning era, and there's been kind of a cluster of guys that's kind of came out like Leatherneck. I think he looks the best in because I seen him in the physical form, and once again another figure like translating to the physical form and looking a lot better than what I thought. Which he didn't look bad anyway, but you know that physical product, there's nothing like it. What you think, Cap?
I'm gonna give him a 7. I like him. I think he's gonna be. I think he's the next sleeper too. I think he's another sleeper. I like him because he looks like exactly like the old school one. You know, like the face, the everything. They did a great job. They gave him some extra stuff and things like that, but I think he's gonna be, people are gonna like him. I really think they're gonna like him. Like you said, with the people with the green and the, all these like camouflage greens. I think he has like the best uniform.
Yeah, right quick. What's up, John Battle, man? What's going on with you, family? And Broby1 Kenobi says, I give Darklon a 6. Wow. Bro got too many colors going on. It looks like he's wearing all the clothes his kids gave him for Father's Day. He's not lying about that either.
Yeah.
But for some odd reason, it looks
it works.
It looks good to me, but he's not lying about that. Hey, hey Swift, what you think about old Footloose here? And I know you know nothing about him.
Yeah, so real quick before I say about Footloose, I know Jamie Parks, he asked me if I saw the red and black Alley Viper. I do. I like that one, and I actually do have one of him. I use him to kit bash, but I do like that one. When it comes to Footloose, though, I know nothing about this dude. Honestly, as soon as I heard his nickname, like Footloose, I automatically thought of that movie or that play about Footloose. Right, so like I was like, what? At first I kind of thought he was based off of that or something like that. But for me, he's a pass. He's honestly like a 5 for me. I have no connection to him, and I get that he's an army builder. I'm not really that big of an army builder, and like if I do army build, you got to be really cool and badass. He's just not really passing that hurdle for me. So for me, I'll give him a 5. But that's me. I don't know if I see him in the show and like I see he's cool, like to get to know his personality and stuff like that, then that might change. But so far out of everything I watched, he wasn't in anything I saw.
Yeah, he's not an army builder. He's like a set character.
Okay.
Yeah,
he's an unintentional army builder, but yeah,
yeah,
he is
true.
he is a set character. I'm gonna give Footloose an 8. The reason why, because there ain't really shit going on about him, but those have been some of my best figures is the guys who kind of basic, fit right in the pocket. He gets an 8 because he is an unintentional army builder. Now you probably have to find somebody to match up to his arms, which that's will kind of throw you off a little bit, but go check out Hyperdrive Collections videos and you can rip dye that and get that color all together. But sometimes you can match up without doing that if you find the character. But I get made because he's solid, man. He's solid. Yeah. I don't know what it is about these playing guys, but I think he looks pretty dope. There's nothing wrong with him for me to bring him down, but then of course there's nothing. Yeah, I wouldn't even give him 7.5. I don't know why, but I thought about that number earlier today. I'll give him an 8 because he's solid.
And then
sometimes being
I
solid.
hope the weapons are solid. I don't want the gummy weapons. If the weapons are solid, that'll be even more of a plus.
Yes.
You don't want a limp rocket launcher?
Nah, I might shoot shoot my vehicle or something by accident. What are you doing?
Let me see. Yeah, he looks good right there. Like the helmet, got a lot of sculpt texture on it. I think he's a sleeper figure, but also I don't think he's going to sell out. Either.
No,
Who knows though? But I don't think so. He's for a certain era of for collectors. All right, so
he looks clean.
Yeah, he is, man.
Yeah, he looks clean.
He's very solid. So let me go down here. Let's get into some prime time real estate here. And let's talk about the snake armor.
Dun, 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 dun.
Let's get it from the front here. What you guys think about that?
I love it.
Facts. I'm hyped for this. I'm extremely hyped for this.
Word. You can change his hands. You can, they got, blast effects. They said, most of the figures could fit in there. Maybe not Road Pig in them, but, the bigger figures could fit in there. This is crazy. It's a good remake.
Yep. You got 2 different flamethrowers. You got a missile that you can put. And I believe the fingers are articulated. I believe you can move those fingers.
Oh, that'll be crazy.
I don't know.
It looks like
they look kind of stiff to me, and that's one of the things I wanted to see. I know it's probably doesn't have crazy articulation. He showed that the shoulders kind of move back and forth. It didn't have much, but it did have a little. Now, does the elbows bend and the knees bend, and does it have an ankle rocker? That's what I didn't see.
I know that the elbows bend, and I know that the knees bend.
Seen the joints, but I didn't. I wasn't for sure, but I seen the little, kind of robotic joints. It's like a circle peg. And if it does have ankle rocker, I don't know. Let me enlarge this right here. And
I know in some of the pictures I sent you, you can see the knees are bent. I was like, and I'm pretty sure the arms are bent too. But I was like, I think this is different from what I sent.
Okay. The only thing, if the fingers move or the hands move, only reason why I don't like it, because over time it gets loose and then that's it.
Yeah, for you.
So that's why I probably wouldn't want that, because I don't know how they would keep it, solid like that. But it's still good though. And it has the jetpack too. Oh yeah, look at the knees and bent there.
Yeah, you talking about right in here?
Yep.
All right. Yeah. So I be quite honest with you. I think all those attachments move, which is if they could move just some, which will be awesome. You know what I'm saying? But the layout on this, from what I see, is just something I did not care about and said nope, I probably would not get. But they made me a fan of this, and I definitely picked up. I picked up like 4 of these, and for the price of $75, I think this was the best price item all day, to be quite honest.
Yep, I agree. Especially because it's done. This is a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. So y'all better get it now, because I guarantee once it's like sold out, you're gonna get on eBay and it's gonna be the cheapest. It's gonna be $100.
Yeah, that
shit might be more than that.
Look at the ladders that it got in the front. And it's got the seat in there.
And it has screens that they painted on the inside too.
Yep, or even on the sides too. Screens on the side, screens at the bottom.
Yeah, this shit is fire.
That is great, man. I love this, man.
Yeah,
this makes me happy collecting stuff like this.
Yeah. And then it's just a great mech. So I see a lot of people been into the mechs and building mechs for the past couple of years. Especially I heard there was like a Dollar General thing people doing. They all look good, but it's nothing like something fit and crafted and molded by G.I. Joe. You know what I'm saying?
Or a 6-inch, like you didn't have to alter it or nothing.
Yeah. And this is, like I said, I'm not a huge mech guy and didn't really care about snake armor, but it made me care. And did they say how tall it was? It looked like it's about 12 inches tall.
Yeah, it looks at least, or 10. It's got to be 12. It has to be. That was big, man.
Yeah, because the figure sits inside it. That's a 6-inch figure. I know it's crouched down, but I believe at one point they had a figure standing up beside it. So I would give it 12. It looked like it. And like I say, that's different attachments, $75, and it didn't come with a figure, and you don't need to have a figure with it, to be quite honest with you. We got plenty of figures.
Yeah, exactly. And it has like a jetpack in the back and fuel tanks and stuff. Yo, this is ill, bro.
Yeah, all this comes off, and the white looks good with the black highlights. Yep. Yeah, so down here looks like where your foot will probably go back and forth. It would be dope if it had an ankle rocker, but I don't. If it does, it doesn't have too much. To be quite honest with you.
Like stuff like this makes me happy collecting.
Yeah,
this makes me like, oh, all right, okay. I I can like argue. You know what I'm saying? Like, you crazy? See this? Like, I got an argument. You know what I mean? It's not like this is like ill, man. Like, even if you keep it for a year or two down the line, anybody who sees this is gonna be like, "Oh, that's crazy." You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're not. It might not even be into GI Joe, but just just the way it is, it looks. It's crazy, man. This was great, man.
Yeah, it's really dope because I thought I was done with the vehicles because it's like technically it's a vehicle. So I was like, oh, I got my vamp, I got my motorcycle, I'm good. Once I saw this, I was like, well, I'm back in. I was like, I'm definitely copping this. Because I was like, as a Gundam fan, I was like, oh, this immediately reminded me of that.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, I have Transformers. And you know what? I keep on talking about the comic book, so it's G.I. Joe and Transformers. I was like, bro, this is probably big enough where it could stack up against some of my Transformers figures.
Oh, that's true.
That's true. That's what I immediately thought about because I got that huge Megatron. You know what I'm saying? And those two will look really good. Beside that, Gonzo, what's going on with you, fam? And then Steve-O,
he said he bought another two.
Yeah, Gonzo said we made him buy another two. Says, bro, the only thing I don't like is the price because I paid $60 for the Hulk Buster, but it's the same size. But you can't get inside the Hulk Buster though.
Nope.
Yeah.
That Hulk Buster was overpriced.
They did the Hulk Buster like this.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't do that.
They should think about it. Steve Rogers, but he was skinny and all that, so it could have, you could have easily fit him in there. He don't have no guns on the side. He don't have nothing. He was just a frail little skinny guy. So you could have just stuck him in. You know what I mean? And
yeah. Now that you think about it, all they had to do, I mean, and I'm pretty sure people would pay the extra $15 to be able to get inside of an actual Hulk bus. Now he did have the head that popped on there, but this I don't know this snake armor though. It looks better. I still haven't brought the Hulk, but the Hulk Buster look good. But like oranges to apples or apples to apples with the snake armor, I don't know. It's giving it definitely a run for its money. It's better in my eyes. And the Hulk Buster isn't bad, but just the simple effect of you able to put a normal size figure in with comfortability, and that goes a long way. And Cap, I watched your video about that ramen van. That sucks, man. They can't fit really in the seats like that. They tight like that.
Oh yeah, man. It's like it other than that, it's great. You know what I mean? It's a great van. It's just like their heads are like right there. Like, you know what I mean? It's like a little smidgen. And I'm like, oh man, but other than that, it's a great van, But I think there's so many different size figures that you have to be like, okay, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna make this should I grab a gun hole and do this, or should a roadblock, or you know what I mean, or Serpentor? Like, you got to check sizes to to see. Maybe because I put in there Kick Bash figures, and Valaverse figures are a little bit taller than some GI Joes. So maybe if he's a little smaller, you might get a smaller figure, maybe like an Alpine or something. It might be a little better fit in there. But
oh yeah, Valaverse is a little bit bigger.
Yeah, they're a little taller, so that might have been it too. Plus, I had them geared up, so.
I feel. Also, I would like to say, if we're being honest, that Hulk, Hulk Buster, it was overpriced, and that's honestly because I keep on saying the Hasbro, they treat GI Joe like when it comes to the figures, they give us more of what we want than they do when it comes to Marvel, because pretty much every GI Joe has butterfly joints. But you know me, I always say a lot of Marvel figures don't have butterfly joints, and they do it on figures that should have it. So the fact that Hulk Buster didn't, like, it makes sense for the snake armor not to have butterfly joints, because it's like, okay, you got to put a whole figure in there. But for the Hulk Buster not to have it, when again the Hulk, Scar, son of Hulk, had butterfly joints. Come on, I'm just saying.
Hey, so we can wrap this one up. What's your grade, Swift, on this snake armor?
Oh, I give it a 10. I'm definitely copping this. Honestly, I'm on the fence if I'm getting 2. But I'm definitely getting 1. Because this thing, it's fire. I can't wait to put a figure in it, do videos with it. And like honestly, it's going to be one of those things that you just marvel at. Like you put it on your desk and you're just like, yeah, I got that. That's badass.
Cap, what you give it?
Same ditto, man. Big 10. Big 10. I copped 3 of them, so I'm all in.
I give it a 10 too, man. It gets a perfect score from me. Like I said, I didn't care anything about it. But seeing it, I don't even care about mech suits. I know that's been the thing for the past couple of years, man. But that's what classified do to you, make you care about shit you don't even care about.
For real.
So we gonna move on to the let's see what we got next up here. All right, yeah, we'll do the divers. Oh, I got nothing. All right, let me go back.
Did not send? I had a few pictures for that.
When I opened it up, it didn't have nothing in it, but it's all good, man. Matter of fact, I'll go to mine because I wanted to stress this with these divers here. The divers to me looked better live than they've ever have.
Mm-hmm.
These divers, man, there's nothing major about them. I don't know why the hell they're sold out, but they are not bad looking figures by far. That yellow and black looks dope. I don't know why it reminds me of that Bruce Lee movie. I think Enter the Dragon, but I know it's not that, but just that yellow and black.
That yellow.
Yeah. Mm. And that red and black. They look really good, man. And they got gone real quick, but like I was talking with Cat backstage before the live stream started. This is when I make my collecting fun right like here. I'm gonna hunt the motherfuckers down, them 2 motherfuckers down, and I'm gonna hunt Breaker down too, and I always get my man. So I'll save that for a meal later on in the year, but it sucks that they sold out. But I like them. I didn't know everybody else would like them really that much. Cat, what you think about these divers?
Shit, I didn't even know they were sold out. That's the crazy part.
Yeah,
but
sold out,
I'm like, the only, like we was talking backstage, they started to grow on me because I have the other diver from the 60th. So It's like, all right, you know what I mean? But these, I understand they from the cartoon and all that, but it wasn't really, it was like a pass for me. But what I will say is that when I seen them like here in real person, they look a lot better. Plus the tint on their goggles and stuff. I think that was a nice little, something different because the other ones didn't come like that. The 60th didn't come like that. So I think that's nice. And the red and the yellow, it looks cool, man. It looks cool. But I just passed on them. Will I get them later down the line? Maybe. But I was like, nah, I was more interested in trying to, lock down the other stuff they showed us.
What you think about these Swift?
Honestly, I think they look pretty cool. They sold out really quick. That's because they're a Target exclusive. I was like, so they sold out really quick on Pulse. Like I was looking at it and they sold out so fast. Like, you know how they do the pre-sale with the premium members at like 1 and then everybody else or the plebs can buy it at 2. Bro, it sold out before the normal people could buy it. Like I was looking at that. I was like, damn, 'cause I was gonna tell you about it. And then as soon as I saw it, I was like, well, might as well, he'll find out when he goes. It's like, but they look cool. Honestly, I lean toward the red one more than the yellow one. But honestly, for me, I'm not gonna really get it only because they're like scuba divers. Me personally, I just don't have like the setup or the diorama to like really put people in the water, like make that effect work. So for me, it's gonna be a pass only because of that. Like I don't have anything water based, like really because of that. If I did, I would get them. But for me, it's like, all right. But they do look really dope, and for what you get with them, it's like I know y'all been waiting for them for a minute, so I think that's cool.
I'll cap this one off because I know these are no mystery. Team by we seen these a couple of weeks ago. I really like them. I would really love to army build them by the 10s. if I could. And I would really love for people to sleep on them so they can go on sale on Target.
That's right. Have all of them joints.
You know what I'm saying? Because ketchup and mustard for like $27 sounds more like my ordeal on them. It's a tricky thing because I had to hunt the shit out of Wreckage and a few more other people. So I don't know what's going on with Target. I think they tightened it up. I think after that Outback wave from Tiger Force that went on sale a couple of years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, on a hard sale because they had so many. I think Target kind of slacked up a little bit. So guys like this that nobody gives a shit about, they'll start giving a shit about. You know, then they'll start wanting some hamburgers with that ketchup and mustard and shit and go and make the motherfuckers get missing. And that's the only thing I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see. I believe I'll end up hunting down a pack of these guys, but I don't know how many I can get my hands on. And I was just kind of tripping on the 10s. So I already have eels, but I would love 5 apiece of a red and black and yellow and black. And I think that'll make my aquatic scene pop because I already have divers from those other packs. But my score on these divers is, even though I like them, there's nothing crazy about them. You know, I'll give them a 7.5. And I really like those figures, but you know, I'm not gonna OD on these. You know, like. And give them like, hey, these are 9. I mean, same old shit, just different colors. What you think, Swift? What's your grade on them?
I agree with you. I give them a 7.5 or an 8. I was like, because it's really the fact that you get so much stuff. I'm pretty sure you get like a harpoon with one of them. You get like that diving motorcycle or whatever with the other one. Like for a person that doesn't have any water-based figures, if these were my first water-based figures, I think it would be pretty dope.
Yeah.
What you give them, Cap?
I'll give him a 6 because there's really nothing new except the goggles and the weapon that they're looking for, that water. What is it called? Something water.
Oh, the hard water.
Hard water. Yeah, there's nothing really new. We already seen this in like the 60th. So it's like, all right, you just change the color a little bit. What I see from here, I could be wrong, you know, but I got like 3 of those. So it's like, I don't really see. And then it's like, I don't know. If I didn't have any, then I would jump on this. Definitely. But I'll give it a 6.
Nice. And I definitely feel you on that. Like I said, it's nothing new or anything like that. Profit Director said he gives them a 6. My man Ken Matinee said he gives them an 8. And I don't knock him for that because they're solid figures, especially if you didn't ever get a chance to get your hand on eels or you ever touched one of those other divers, because the figure is from the Giddy Up that was produced 2 years ago, which really is what's my man, the first diver that actually came out.
Torpedo?
Not wetsuit. Huh? Torpedo. They're all fucking torpedo.
Exactly.
really had the end of the day, man. But nice.
And if these fins and stuff, like they only fit torpedo and they only fit like the eels. It's not like you can transfer the fins or anything to another character. So it's like you're just stuck with that. You would have to change his head and, you know, make it like that. But if these flippers or something was interchangeable with other characters, like you could put that on their feet, then it'll be crazy.
Yeah.
Then I would have went in. I would have bought them. I would have went in. You know what I mean? Because then you can really, you know, just freak it out, like, you know. But being that it's only for their size, it's like, what can you do?
Yeah. And I believe it's because they have those booties on, and but I feel what you're saying. Like somebody just in some regular clothes throw some flippers on and just and get it. But I think they which is a cheaper way to go. They said a lot of the head sculpts you'd be able to interchange with them, which I don't know. I mean, they switched up ball pegs about a year or so ago. So sometimes you run into you can't do nothing with them. Let's talk about old Blowtorch here.
Blowtorch.
What you think about Blowtorch, Cap?
Only thing I like him. I liked him when I was younger too. When he first came out, the only thing is these silver like little round little things there that he said, I guess, helps him cool down or whatever.
The cooling packs.
Yeah, I wish they weren't like silver like that. I wish they were like
them.
Huh? I would like them red.
Like those silver things. That's the first thing I kind of noticed about him, that they switched it up. I can see why somebody wouldn't like, because they're offsetting. They probably look better.
I would rather them be red. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather just be red. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. That's the only thing that throws me off. And I think he's cool though. But I think he'll be like a tripwire or something. You're not really gonna use him too much. You know, I don't really see him being used like, you know, I would get him for like nostalgia and just to, you know, complete stuff, but he's all right though.
What you think, Swift?
I really like him. I really like. I don't have any connection to him because I haven't seen him in any of the show that I've like the episodes I've seen. I haven't seen him in anything like that. But I really like him. I can see what like he means. Like that silver is like a little it's off-putting. I agree. It would look really cool like if it was in black. But I really like him, and I honestly would get him because I have what's the Dreadnought guy, Flamethrower? I forgot his name.
Torch.
Yeah, Torch. I have Torch, so I would honestly get him as like, you know, so him and Torch can have like some type of rivalry going on or something like that, because they look pretty cool, especially the fact that his this guy, his gun Flamethrower like looks really cool with that silver on it. It looks like it packs more of a punch.
No, yeah.
It looks like he has also an extra different flame effect from like that is Torch flame effect, but it just looked a little different on one of these things he got. Let me go back to the layout that you had, Swift, and let me see here.
Yeah, I think he does come with like 2 or 3 because he has like the small flame and then 2 different. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, maybe Torch does it. I know that's Torch's gun, the small flame that's coming out the nozzle, the long flame, but just that maybe it was just an angle that they had it at.
Yeah, his Flamethrower looks way better than Torch's.
Right. So that alone makes me want to get him. Plus, he could be cool because, you know, with the search and rescue, the firefighters and everything. Like I know Savage, you could make some type of scene where like they're putting out a fire and he's fighting fire with fire type thing.
Hey, what you mean? You mean like a scene like this?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Already putting that AI to work.
And then on top of that, the fact that he has that mask, or what is that, a separate head? Like I'm a sucker for characters with masks. Like I just think that's like so badass.
Yeah, I actually like him. He kind of grown on me too. I like the silver tabs because it make it pop. I don't know what color they were before. Were they black or something like that? And that I don't know.
Red.
He always looked kind of funny, but I don't know. You know, Classified once again taking a character that I did not care about and making me, you know, care about him to a certain degree. His face sculpt is okay. He almost kind of got that Falcon thing going on, but they didn't get that far with it because it's his bottom chin looked real wide. Let me go back and enlarge that. I don't know what it is about his face. He's kind of got that funny looking face, but he's decent though. But as far as his aesthetic on what he looks like as a character, I'm definitely digging him. Like that looks pretty good. Cap, what would you give old Blowtorch here on a rating?
I'll say a 7. Yeah, I'll say a 7. Because I like he got the 2 flame effects. They did a nice upgrade, even though I don't like the silver things there, but I get it, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, he looks good. I like his flame though. It looks way better than Torch's. So yeah, I'll give him like a 7.
Swift, what you think?
I'll probably give him like an 8.5. I like how I like his colors. I like he said, the Blowtorch looks way cooler. I like the fact that he has a lot of different effects. He has different heads or like a mask or whatever. So honestly, I really like him, especially if I'm pretty sure he has butterfly joints, and you know me. It's like, so I'll definitely give him like an 8.5. I know some Herb was like, "Oh, butterfly joints is my trigger word." It kind of is.
And he walking up to real people. You got butterfly joints? Because if you don't, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Exactly. It's like, come on, you're not fully articulated if you don't got the butterfly joint. So I was like, I'm here for it. I'll give him an 8.5.
Oh man. You said you said 8.5.
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost kind of the same, man. I'll give him an 8. I think he's solid. Yeah, because I mean, he's not like he's this huge appealing character, but he's dope though. I think I give him an 8 because I don't know how the old figure was, but it's definitely made somebody like me care about this figure. And then the face sculpt is okay. Maybe it'll look a little bit better. Somebody said in the chat it looks like the O-ring version. That's what it is. Almost kind of looks like Toyetic, old school Toyetic, but with that helmet on, that's probably where I'll have him mostly. But the person they should have gave with no helmet is fucking barbecue. To be quite honest, I don't know why they keep this motherfucking helmet on. But yeah, I'll give him an 8 on that. I'll give old Blowtorch an 8. All right, so it's like we need to go to old Law and Order here. I know a lot of people were waiting on that, and so am I. I'm a sucker for the 2-packs. Switchshot, why you keep sending me these emails, man, talking about some $45, man? Well, what I owe you $45 for?
Nah, that's I always try to put the price in there for how much it's gonna be.
But nah, it's not. It wasn't showing me the picture, so maybe I'm hitting the wrong thing. I'm old, Swift, man.
Wait, I was like clicking it, and then it might be you have to click the thing right above it. Like you have to click, because it might be two. It's like 2 emails technically. It's like I responded to myself.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah, man. I'm an old man. Can you forgive me?
Hey, listen. I understand. We all old heads back here.
Nah, I did it earlier, and then I was like, oh damn, I need to hit the tab below. Okay, but Mr. Law and Order here. And for some odd reason, I thought he always looked different. I thought he was Filipino.
Yeah, he was. I think he's Puerto Rican. I know he's Latin or something. He speaks. He was supposed to be one or something like that.
But look at me being I can't even think the word right now because he has red hair and shit. But Canelo got red hair. I'm tripping. All right, but we got Law and Order here. I've never really seen him with his helmet off before. I think he looks really good. I was talking with Cap earlier. Like, anybody notice that BBTS has raised their prices on Joe's? They're like $2 or $3 more than everywhere else. And but I caught him on post. He's 45, but on BBTS he's 50 now. Shit like this starts getting to 50. Yes, it's great, it's good, but I think that's highway robbery. Really, I think the pet and owner 2-pack should be $40, but I'll do the 45 because it's good. It's not like I'm forcing myself to buy the shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, I want it. You know what I'm saying? But he looks good, very clean once again. Very in the pocket figure. The dog, the German Shepherd, of course, another add-on to the G.I. Joe zoo. And
the zoo for real.
It is, yo. It's starting to become a zoo. And I just like the white helmet. I like the crisp of the white helmet. I don't know why they get everybody, like, why does he have a goddamn Uzi? I mean, damn, like, can you at least give him a service pistol? I mean, that is like fucking.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
Yeah, New Jack City and shit, man. Like, yo, calm that down, bro. But I wish we had like a big cannon, at least a desert as the biggest gun, you know what I'm saying, on the hip, or 4.5, you know what I'm saying, something with some extreme power. But he would have been good with a 9, 2 9s at that. And then maybe, and I'm pretty sure maybe that was the O-ring. They're living up to that or whatnot, because he almost looks in the pocket with that. But I like this figure. Swift, what you think about this 2-pack?
Honestly, I like it's all right for me. I like the dog more than I am interested in the figure, because I like, I love dogs and German Shepherds especially since he has that body armor. and that removable like mask and everything. I think that's really dope. The MP officer, I'm like, he's all right. But if I catch, like, I would personally, I would wait for a sale, and I'd be getting him more so for the German Shepherd than the actual officer himself, to be honest. Nothing against them. I'm just not. I don't know. Maybe because I'm not a huge fan of the police. So the fact that he's an MP, that might be transferring over a little bit. That's just me though.
Nice. What you think about this figure, Cap?
Yeah, I'm another dog lover. You know, I'm all in. I think the nostalgia is there. I like him. He looks exactly the way he did when I was younger. You know, it's just they upgraded the dog and all that stuff, you know, but he looks exactly the same. He comes with a bunch of hands, which I probably won't use because I'm just going to yell at the dog, get over here, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it's nice to have extra hands and stuff like that. But the dog, yeah, just like Swift said, I like the dog and I like the eyewear and all of that stuff because that's things that that's really happening now with the dogs, like the Malamules jumping out of planes and strapped on to these guys and all that. You know, it's not really German Shepherds doing it; it's the Malamules. But you know, it is what it is. And you can also, they said, you can put stuff to his vest, like attach things to his vest because it has those little holes. But I think they should have gave us stuff because what we gonna give them, Doc's things or the 60th anniversary guys stuff? Like, there's not too many people that came with stuff to peg in there, you know. So it's like you should have gave us at least 2 or 3, you know, something that will go with it, you know. But I think that's still cool. Maybe something down the line they're gonna add somewhere where you can, use it with that as well. But I think he looks great, and that walkie-talkie thing that they said that you can take it out and he could speak, and it has like you could clamp it back on his vest. I think that was good. And like we talked backstage, I bought 2 of them because I'm gonna make like 2 MPs, like him and somebody else, and hopefully I can like just pop his head off and put somebody else's head on, and it'll be like 2 different patrols or something.
Yeah. That way you can probably do something cool like this.
Oh yeah, fire.
Yo, that's crazy.
Look at AI.
That's crazy.
AI make you do some shit, boy. Look at this shit, yo. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, I was like, they were going crazy about the Blowtorch one earlier too.
Yeah, man. I forgot to do this one for my man, but Footloose. I meant to bring that up, but he was just chilling, and that's that pose he was doing. He was meditating and shit. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and I got a Darklon one I did too also, but I forgot about that shit, man.
Oh, that's fire.
But far as Law and Order, like I said, man, I think it's a solid 2-pack. I would give him I'm gonna give him a 9. I like him, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with him. And then the German Shepherd is just mwah. So I'll give him a 9. What you think, Kat? What you gonna give him?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'll probably give him an 8. Yeah, I'll give him an 8.
Swift, what you got?
I think I'll be the Simon of the group on this one. I'm gonna give him like a 6, to be honest. I like him. I really, just like I said, like I'm not a huge fan of the figure itself. If I copped it, I'd really be getting it for the German Shepherd. Like the price alone, like I agree with you as well. Like the whole like 45 for it's like, well, I'm getting a figure and I'm getting an animal. It's like I feel like it really should be around like 40 to 35. But even if I did get it, I'd really just be getting it for the German Shepherd. Like I honestly could see myself pulling out the German Shepherd and his pieces, and then like selling the MP loose by itself.
We were talking earlier that they probably, I'm pretty sure they're gonna take some pieces of him and make a legacy series like police officers. Which I'm totally down for that. Okay, so let me looks like we went through the entire wave of orders. We did the exclusives. Now we're gonna go to let's check out just the Snake Eyes joint that they did that they showed
the
off.
battle armor one.
He was he has armor on, but I believe it's Snake Eyes V4. Okay, well here go the pictures here, and we'll just talk about this real quick. This bat right here, I don't know why the fuck they put it out. They should have been put it out. Should have been one of the first things they put out. Anybody who's getting this, I don't know who's getting this because you can still get the old bat at a decent price.
Yeah.
So they wasted their fucking money doing this. They have so many to go back to this and shit. I got a bat with a red fucking face mask right here somewhere. Yeah. So here, but you know, what you think, Cap?
I think it's a cash grab. I don't know if we really needed them because there's so many of them. And the first one they put out was kind of great to me. You know, I mean, it was kind of orangey yellow or whatever, but it still looked good to me. Now you got some blast effects now. And the extra head, the two clear things. I don't know. If I do I'll probably get one just to have him a little different from the other ones I have, but it's not really nothing I'm gonna, write home to mom about or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Swift, you I know when I talked with you earlier, you was really, really feeling these. You said you wanted like 50 of them.
Nah. For me, I'm like, nah. I want
lying on this motherfucker.
And honestly, like if anything, if I got him, I would honestly get the one that we just got in December because I like that one more. I feel like I agree with Doc. Like this is a crash grab. This is really because I don't think there's any. Is this the first retro bats, like recent retro bats? Because I feel like if it is, then they just did it to, because, there's always a completionist out there in this type of hobby. So, like, the people that are completing the whole retro series, that's the only reason, that's the only way it makes sense to me that they did a retro bats. Because it's like, bro, we have a bunch of bats, and we have a bats that's, like, this color and everything. Like, the main difference between this retro one and the one we just got in December, besides its packaging, is just the fact that the one we got in December, I think where it's yellow here, it's gold on the one we just got.
Yeah, the Iron Grenadier one.
Yeah, I was like, but everything else, it's pretty much the same.
Yeah, man. So what's y'all score on that, man? What would you give that?
A 6.
You a little generous, bro. I'm gonna give that 5.
I'll give it and this is just not off the figure because we all know the bats are awesome. We just talking about just the release. And,
yeah.
And I'm not judging the figure on this, but I give this I give it a 3. And the only reason it gets 3 points because of people who are completionists who want that bright yellow rather than this kind of orangey kind of gold one like here, the original one, which is not too much off, man. All right. So let me go down to the next pick. Okay, now we got Colonel Hawk. And shout out to Steve-O8080. Shout out to you, Swift, too, for the picks. And then also I graphed for my man Steve-O8080. Outcast in the building. I'll say what I think about the MMS first. I'll go first on this. Colonel Hawk, I really don't care about the Colonel Hawk on this one. Cap, me and you were saying we like the older version with the leather coat, the leather bomber, and the helmet. I think there's nothing more Hawk than that, whether he's a colonel, general, or a fucking private. You know what I'm saying? That look, you know what I'm saying, with that jetpack and that fucking bomber on, and he'll just take off and shit out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I think that is it. Of course, this is the comic book version, you know what I'm saying, because he was that before this, but the body, I think they did that on purpose because once again, that original O-ring was all, OD green out, but now this is truly an unofficial army builder. You can pop the heads, pop the hands, put whoever you want on there. You don't have to worry about matching up skin tones, so you're gonna match necks, heads, and hands. and that's it, or do whatever you want to it. The MMS is a great toy, but I hardly use my SMS. That shit just be setting up and shit. It's too much. It's almost too much. Like I got tanks, I got everything. I got this fucking big missile, which it'll come through. Trust me. But it's an Amazon exclusive. That's another weird thing about it. But just so G.I. Joe can have some firepower, I'm gonna monitor how this thing goes. What I'm really hoping for is, Amazon has amazing sales, and they don't give a shit if it's their exclusive, your exclusive. If it come around Christmas time and we got a lot of inventory, we slicing prices, and that's how they do it. Hopefully, I could catch something like this for $40. It's a give all day. Cat, what you think?
I think it's another cash grab, but the original Hawk, he came with not this, but he came with
he did
some other type of like gun that he sits in and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I get where they're going with this, but I mean, you're going back and you're going forth. They're jumping around anyway, so it's all cool. But reason why I said cash grab is because you throwing all these blast effects and different things that really, I don't know if it goes with it. I think you just threw it in there. I don't know if he has Grunt's body or whatever. So it's like, you did the HMS. It's like, I don't know. But I like, if I do get it, I'm gonna grab it like on sale. I'm not rushing to get it or anything. I didn't order it or anything. I'm just like, I'm cool with the General Hawk. But on a completion side, then yeah, but I'll rather find him in the wild and see if he goes on sale, and I believe that he will.
Swift, what you think about this? I know you have no connection to any of this, but just far as toy wise, what you think?
I agree with Cap. I do agree it's like a cash grab because a lot of these stuff is reused. Like pretty much all the blast effects are reused from I forgot the dude's name, but he came out like last year. The dude
Scrap
with the
Iron.
little there we go, Scrap Iron. I was like, those blast effects are all reused from Scrap Iron, and then like the missile silo is
warped.
Right. I was like, and the missiles themselves are just a repaint of the Cobra ones. And personally, like I said earlier, colors goes a long way for me. I like it better in black. So for me, it's a hard pass. Like, I'm glad that it had like the completionist can have it, and it'd be cool if you can like attach this to the back of the Vamp. That'd be cool because then it's like you can. I was like, that's cool, but other than that, this is a hard pass for me. And I anybody that wants to cop it, trust me, you'll be able to get it on sale, fam. Because you can still get the Cobra one on Pulse. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think that one. I'm pretty sure that one went on sale. But every time you say hard pass, I just think of that thumbnail a lot of people were using a couple of years ago when it was like,
yep, exactly. Drake is like, no.
But it's not a hard pass for me, man. But like I said, y'all, I just gave y'all the rundown on it. Far as grade wise, though, I give it an 8. There's nothing really wrong with the figure. Solid army builder. We all have the HMS, so we know what we're getting with the G.I. Joe thing. But to be honest with you, I like the colorway on this better than the HMS. I like this MMS with the green and how the missiles look, and the G.I. Joe symbols better than the HMS with the red missiles and all this. This looks like more military shit right here. Yeah. Especially with the stars and the stamps and stuff on it. So I give it an 8. What you give it, Cap?
I mean, G.I. Joe is kind of behind with Cobra with these vehicle things and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I give him, I give it a 6. Yeah, I give it a 6.
What you give it, Swift?
I think y'all are being a little generous. I'm gonna give it the real score. I'm gonna give it a 4. It's like, I'm gonna give it the score it deserves out here. A 4. It's like, the color might be all right, but it's like, all right, fam. Like, the best thing about it would be the fact that if you already had the Vamp and you can attach it to the Vamp, in my opinion. Like other than that, ain't nothing really new. Even the character, as you said, you can get the general version of him. So it's like there's too many reused and repainted things.
Yeah.
I definitely can feel you on that. From my answer to an 8, because I just still think it's a solid toy overall. Just the paint, but I definitely feel you come from. Ain't shit new about that. I'm trying to figure out who body that is, and that's probably Grunt's body.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Or Snake Eyes. It's all the same. The retro Snake Eyes or Stalker. So I think it's that body, which is not bad because if you're bringing back the 13 and all that, then I think they're gonna all basically have that type of body. So I think it's all right. But that they went in on that General Hawk, so it's gonna to top that is like I think that's a little harder to try to top that.
And then this kind of came out of nowhere and shit with him. But like I said, it's
and if you wanted the 13, now you got to get him with this, so you can't even. Because you probably wouldn't be able to sell him by himself or this by itself. So you would have to do this because everybody already seen that. They're not going to pay for that just for the Joes. And then if you would have did this Hawk by himself, I don't think too many people would have grabbed him.
Do we know how much this one is?
The HMS was like $75.
Oh yeah, Grand Slam with the Hawk. That's what I am thinking. That's right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, I put that up there. I wanted to catch Jamie.
Yeah, he's absolutely right. That's right. It was Grand Slam. Yeah, that's right. Yep.
All right, so we're gonna move on to the next thing, and this is some prime time shit for me right here. Now, this is one of those things right there. Like maybe somebody like Cap probably wouldn't fuck with the Snake Eye, even though it's a dope Snake Eyes. But this is like 91, 92 Snake Eyes right here.
I don't even like them. I don't know nothing about them, and I think they're like they're running Snake Eyes in the ground like he's the only G.I. Joe. I'm like, why is there so many Snake Eyes? Like you're selling this guy like you're gonna make him. Before Snake Eyes was like mysterious, you know what I mean? And it kept him. It kept his his credibility and his lore and everything there. You done drop so many of them. It's like you made him simple. Like he's just, that's my just thought. But I know everybody, like we said, everybody came into G.I. Joe at a different time. So people probably, this might be their Snake Eyes. You know what I mean? But for me, nah, I'm not. I didn't even pick him up. I don't want to pick him up. When he comes out, if he's like cheap or I catch him on sale, I might. But I don't. I'm good with the retro one. And the one that they put out the first one, but I wish he would have came with the with Timber like he was supposed to. But so it's all over the place. But mine's is the retro one, so I'm cool with that one.
What you think, Swift?
I like this one. I was like, I know it's different. I was like, I have the Snake Eyes, like the black one that came with Timber. And I like that one, but I like this the new, I think it's it looks like it's the new Buck. And like the colors, that gray and blue, especially with the visor and everything, I like it. I do agree with Cap though about like they are overdoing Snake Eyes. Like just last year we got like a desert Snake Eyes. Just like the last live stream we talked about, we got like a cartoon accurate Snake Eyes. It's like, all right, fam, you're kind of making him like a Power Ranger where you get this color Snake Eyes, that color Snake
that's Eyes. Why it's like, man.
Yeah, I do like this one, but it's like, all right, this one and the one I have, and that for me, I'm good. I might eventually maybe get the desert one if I catch him, but other than that, yeah, I do agree. They're wearing him down.
And see, and this is why I invited y'all to here, because a situation like this could happen. And I already knew. I was like, Cap might not be interested in it. Swift, he gonna go off with pretty much the aesthetic on how he looks. But Blockbuster Snake Eyes, that's what my man just called him. Blockbuster Video Snake Eyes and shit. It's my motherfucking nigga, man. Like this is my kind of my Snake Eyes. Now I did grow up in the late 80s with the all black Snake Eyes, but this, like, there was a summer where we all got Ninja Force. We got Slice and Dice, which I'll just keep it brief with them. They didn't even show up today, so I'm pretty sure they down the road. But I believe it's a motherfucker named Dojo and all. But this was that Snake Eyes, man. And I keep meaning to buy him in my flea market. But I'll probably just get him when I go to Joe Fest. But I like him. This Snake Eyes right here is just a part of my childhood. I know he looks like, like, and they were whoring him out bad. They whored him out back then. They whoring him out now. But out of Classified, this is the last kind of official Snake Eyes that you need really right here. Now they added some other motherfuckers in there like Coffee Cake Snake Eyes. I don't know where the fuck he came from, but he's dope though. The brown and beige one. But this is the last guy right here, and they also squeezed out a couple of commando ones and shit too. But I'll leave it there on that. But I like him. I like his sword. I like his gun. It's nothing major, but I like his aesthetic. As far as his digital render, he looks good to me. Let's just see how he transfers over, which is not hard to transfer over fucking Snake Eyes to a physical toy and make him good. So it all really kind of comes down to you. Did you have any nostalgia in touch with him, or do you like his aesthetic, or vice versa, man? But I like him, man. I can't wait to see what he looks like. And I'm gonna give him, just from what I see here, I'm gonna give him a 9. There's nothing special going on with Snake Eyes getting sword, some type of fucking anchor here, shuriken or whatever it is, and this little mini like Tech 9 looking gun. What you give him, Cap?
I'll give him a 5. I don't know. I just, being that my childhood Snake Eyes was, the original one from the 13, and then the other one, this one's like, I don't have no connection, and it doesn't have nothing to make me like, even some, like we was talking before, there's figures that I don't know nothing about because I wasn't collecting, but he doesn't grab me. Like, he doesn't make me want to be like, oh, there's nothing there. It's like nothing to make me feel like, oh, I gotta get him. I gotta get this guy. So I give him like a 5.
Nice. What you give him, Swift?
Honestly, I'd give him like a 7, maybe a 7.5. I like him. I like his aesthetic and everything. I just kind of wish I got a little bit more. Like, you don't get any extra hands or anything. It would have been cool to get like a few hands, like maybe him like throwing like a red kunai, and like, as it looks like he gets like a little like an anchor, but you don't get like any rope or anything to like throw it to make it look like he's like scaling a wall or anything. Like, I feel like
Skippy on that.
Yeah, I feel like if they're gonna do it, they should have did more. Like, if they did that, then they're like, oh, I'm all about it. But it's like, they kind of, especially like we said, like, they've been whoring Snake Eyes out. It's like, bro, all the other Snake Eyes got more hands. So the fact that they give hands with him, it's like, I feel like they could have did better. But I'd give him like a 7 because I still like his aesthetic. I still rock with him, and from the looks of it, look like he got butterfly joints. So he passes a few pet tests for me.
I'm gonna give Mr. Snake Eyes here. Take a good look at him, and it's only just a digital render, and he's skimpy as fuck. The 2 swords is really kind of all I need with him. This fucking beat out G.I. Joe Tech 9, so-called Tech 9 here. I don't know, and I don't know about this grappling hook thing. Like, why? I would have took the 2 swords and like fucking 4 sets of hands. You know what I'm saying? And I've been good. You can fucking keep the gun. This is Ninja Force. You know what I'm saying? So, even though he's still skimpy, man, I want to give him a 9, but I'm like, but they skipped out on him on some hands and shit. And that's just on a 9, just on simply the way he looks. I like the way the blue, black, and gray is clashing. But I'll give him an 8 for now. Maybe he'll go up, but I don't think he's bad at all. And I'm definitely gonna get him when he drops.
Even with the gun that he got, it would have been kind of cool if they swapped out that gun and gave him like a harpoon gun, because then it makes sense. So you can like load that little grappling hook thing into the gun.
Yeah. And maybe they got some more stuff to offer. I don't know. I mean, because it is just a digital render now. You know what I'm saying? So it's maybe some stuff down the line, but we'll see. We'll see. I know like this one, and I'm glad I got 3 different people's perspective on it because it's just one that's kind of like, you know, it's a very hit and miss because of how late he came out and just what's going on with him, what he transferred over to.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go over the retro figures. Pretty much plain and simple. I think they needed this to bolster the ranks of G.I. Joe instead of having unofficial army builders. But now you can mix your unofficial army builders with these official army builders, practically because they're the same fucking figure, probably. You know what I'm saying, to a certain degree. But they needed a pack like this, and I'll give my quick thoughts on it and score. I think this is a 9, you know, because they needed this. You get the laser rifles, you get the other little rifle Stalker comes with. Looks like you get a 9mm on the side. Yeah, looks like maybe a 9. Biggest gun, probably a 40 cal. I can't really tell right now, but everything a soldier needs: knife, helmet, web gear. Looks pretty decent. I give it a 9. What you think, Cap?
Yeah, I like this. I think this was needed because you see them so much in the cartoons and all of that stuff. So I think this was a great idea. And then being that you can make them, you know, whatever, white, black, whatever you want to make them. They come with a couple of guns and they come with a stand, which I think all of these figures should come with a stand because they keep falling on the shelves. But that's another issue. But yeah, I really like this, man, because G.I. Joe really don't have any like troopers. So, you know, if somebody gets hurt or something, it's like a regular figure. It's not like Cobra where you can, you know, they got a whole bunch of troop builders and it's like, you know, you can just put them in harm's way if anything happens, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I think this is great, man. I give it like probably like an 8.
Yeah, and they were in the cartoon. If you really kind of look close, you're like, oh damn,
yeah, they were in there deep. Yeah, they were in there deep.
What you think, Swift?
Yeah, I'd give it like a 8.5. I was like, I really like it. I like the fact that they have, like you said, you can switch it so it's both either black or white. The fact that you get all those different weapons that you've seen in the cartoons. You get the helmet, you get like a knife and everything, especially that stand. That's very important because at the outside, like nobody gets a stand. So the fact that they gave a stand and everything, that's really cool. I kind of just wish they got some type of grenade. Like that's the real thing that I kind of wish that would be cool because it's like, well, I mean, it would also go with the fact that you guys got the Frag Vipers, so it's like, well, they can throw grenades too. They can't throw it like them, but they can at least throw grenades back.
Yeah.
Like, so as a person that doesn't really army build like that, if I did, I would really like this one. So I'd give it like an 8.5.
Okay. I'll definitely give it. And you know what? Their face sculpts are pretty good too. Just to be some plain like looking figure. That's something I noticed about them. Like some pretty decent face sculpts, especially the black dude. Like he's got a lot of definition in the eyes. It's always in the eyes here.
And I also appreciate the fact that they give different neck joints too. They didn't just cheap out and give them like a turtleneck. They're like, oh, we're gonna give you 2 different necks.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Damn, I'm glad you see. I like that you picked up on that. And he has an undershirt on too. Up here. All right. You know what? I think that might be all on the pictures here, man. I guess the last thing we'll talk about, and we about right at our time mark here, fellas. I'll switch over to that and is the name only the Battle Armor Coco, which they really didn't have a picture for that. But what you guys think about that? The Battle Armor Coco. Have you ever seen that before, Swiftshot?
No, that's a first for me, but I am hyped for it. Like the fact that it's like, oh, Cobra, like he'll actually get his hands dirty. Like I've seen him get his hands dirty like a few times in certain specials, but he's never really in the thick of it like that. I like when like the bad guys, like the generals, really are like, fine, I'll do it myself, like Thanos level. It's like, all right. And if they have, you know, the dope colors, I'm definitely for it. I'll definitely cop that one because the only Cobra I have is like the rich one where he's like all the black and red one. I like that Cobra.
He did
I
the
like
record.
yeah, because honestly, I'm a simple guy. I like my bad guys to be pure evil. I like them to be rich. It's like, and I like them to get into the thick of it. Like the Destro that I have, I only have one Destro, and it's the Pimp Daddy one, the one where he's all gold and yeah, I like that Destro. So like the fact that they're gonna do a Cobra Commander that's like, all right, I'll put on the armor myself. I'm here for it. I'll get that one. I have the rich black one, and then I know they'll never do it, but I do want the Cobra Commander with like the shiesty hood on. I think that's fire.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
What you think about the Battle Armor Cobra Commander? You looking forward to that, Cap?
Yeah, definitely. Because I'm a Cobra Commander fan. I just thought in the cartoon they made him too weak and too like, you know what I mean? And he's way tougher than that. He's way smarter than that. You know what I mean? So I'm all for that. And that's like when he came back, like, oh, y'all tried to get rid of me type. Yeah, it's on. You know what I mean? So I'm all for the revenge type. Oh, yo, you counted me out. All right, here I come. You know what I'm saying? So I think this is gonna be good, you know, and I wish we could get the hooded joint because I remember when I was young and I mailed away from that. I mailed away from him. Yeah, because you couldn't just get them in the beginning. You had to mail away from all of them, you know, the silver face one and all that. Not the one we're talking about. You didn't have to mail away for him. You had to buy him. But the hooded one and the silver face one, there was a time when you had to do the proofs of purchase and all that stuff. So I remember grabbing that hooded one and it was like, you know what I'm saying? It was crazy. It was dark blue. It was like, it was different, you know? So, and then when the battle armor came back, it was like, okay, he's in the field now. So now he's like, I'm going to let you know, what time it is, type. But even though I didn't get to see too much of him, doing anything, and when we played, we was like, all right, yo, this is, he's on his 1-2s and all of that. So yeah, I'm looking forward. I'm definitely gonna grab him.
Yeah, for me, that once again, that was kind of like there's certain figures that were around the first go around that I was obviously too young to have, and you might have seen them in the toy bin or at somebody's house in a shoebox or something like that. But it was Storm Shadow, but I never had a white Storm Shadow. I always had V2, the camouflage, because that's the era I came in.
Yeah,
that Snake Eyes, like how we just talked about, which we had a black Snake Eyes, but there was a couple of versions that came out. I think more likely I probably had the Snake Eyes who had the big knives crossed on his chest. I think that was like an 87, 88
yeah,
joint.
That's right.
Yeah, so,
right. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, so I probably had that one, but that black and blue was definitely a staple. And this Battle Armor Cobra Commander. Now, Cobra Commander wasn't hard to get by the time 1990 was around. He was still floating around. Especially with the helmet on, but that Battle Armor Cobra Commander is what I seen mostly motherfuckers have by the time I came around playing with Joes, and even back then it had to kind of grow on you a little bit, you know what I'm saying, the way he looked like that, but it was still dope, you know what I'm saying. So they really had the chance to take him to the next level. They can have a lot of cool options with him, man. So I'm definitely waiting on him to come. Next person they talked about was Major Blood, which we all know Major Blood's a great character. They said they act like they was gonna do something different, but we'll see. I don't know how they're gonna change him up, but he looks drastically different from his original layout, even with his clothing. He has like a shirt on. I guess kind of almost like a shirt, but this new one has more like kind of like a battle vest. So it's just different kind of materials that this classified one came out with versus your original one, man. So, and then they talked about they're going to do a Sarge and Mercer, which they about to wear Sarge out too. You know,
I was gonna say that.
So we just got one a few months ago.
Yeah, and that motherfucker peg warming like shit.
Yeah, I was like, I got mine. I was like, damn, I could have waited.
Yeah, me too. But it's still a good Sarge, but definitely could have waited. He's definitely at he's been hovering around between $27 and $30, which he was a $35 figure. If he goes cheap, the best thing about that Sarge is that rough sack he gets. You know what I'm saying? We go over everything again. That is the best G.I. Joe backpack, period. You know what I'm saying? It feels good and it holds good. I have everything in there: his hands, his boxing equipment, and his damn rifle, and he still holds it very well. So we'll see what's up on that. But who I'm most excited about in that pack is Mercer. I wonder how they gonna do him. You know,
I think they should have brought them out just like back in the day in the 3-pack. They shouldn't even have did
like
that. That's like another semi-cash grab. You should have just dropped the 3, just like with the twins. How you gonna have them separate? You should have put them together. That's
definitely right.
Yeah, I don't, it's like another Sarge. Like I got to get Mercer, and I got to get another Sarge because he's in a 2-pack. So you like
just put him in with the other 2 guys.
Yeah, you're forcing me to get them. So what? Those 2 guys are gonna come by themselves. I mean, together, and then it's like, come on, man, we got too many Sarges already. So it's like,
I was like, they doing it like how they did the
5 different motherfuckers and shit. Like, damn,
yo.
Facts. I'm excited for that Major Blood. I was like, I'm hyped for that because I want to see what he looks like because he's in the comics, and I don't know in the show. How do you know how he lost his eye in the show? Did they ever talk about that?
No, I never seen it. Because
in the comic book they show him losing his eye, and like he loses it to another Joe character, which I thought was really dope. So I'll be curious if they're gonna make him look kind of like how he looks in the comic books. Because honestly, I was hyped once I heard him and once I saw him in the comic books. If they look like that, just like how the most recent bats that came out look just like the ones in the comic book, I'll be hyped. That'll be an instant cop for me.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with this Major Blood because the classified one was pretty good, man. I like him. I have him. He's pretty good.
He's one of the best.
I thought they did a nice little upgrade to him. With the arm, and it's from Mars, and so it's like okay, but I don't know, man. I hope they don't go too crazy, and like if they are, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do that's different. Yeah, I don't even know how much retro you're gonna go. Because when I was younger, it was like Major Blood. He came out so early in the game that, like with the first 13, and they didn't bring him back out. So it was like, if you didn't have him, you didn't have him. So everybody wanted to trade him, everybody wanted him, and then they always made him with the helicopter, with the the Fang, yeah. So they always had him with that. So it was like, yo, if you still had Major Blood and the O-ring didn't break or his crotch didn't break and you got him, it was like, like a diamond in the rough type thing, So I hope they do him good, But I think the classified one was okay.
Yeah, like I said, it's hard to kind of beat that one. That's the only like one that I really kind of don't want to see in retro.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I'm like, that did a good job. Like,
yeah, y'all brought him to a whole nother light and shit because he went to like from a fucking pirate to like a straight renegade. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and he's with Cobra Commander, bro. Like he's down with Cobra Commander. Like, he ain't no flip artist. Like he's down with Cobra Commander. That's why I like him. Yeah, like he's like
him and the other one, Scrap Iron. They never switch. Did Scrap Iron switch on the end?
Yeah, he flipped. Scrap Iron's a little flip artist. You know what I'm saying? But Major Blood, he was kind of solid, just like Storm Shadow. He was solid until he found out, you know what I mean, that Zartan did that and all this other stuff. So, but he was solid. He was, Cobra Commander's like bodyguard. You know what I'm saying? So those dudes was like all for Cobra Commander, and that's why I liked them.
I appreciate you avoiding spoilers for me, Cap. I appreciate that. I was like, I haven't got. I was like, some things I still haven't seen yet. So like, all right, no spoilers.
All right, fellas. We're gonna tighten it down because man, I would love to stay and talk all night, but last one, and we'll segue into the ending of this live, man. But we definitely gonna have to collide again, and not even on a special event. We'll start, like I told y'all before, we'll start making this happen. But the last figure that they said as far as render was Monkey Wrench, which I can't wait for him to come and add more dreadnoughts to the list. So I guess time is going by fast. It's March already. We'll probably be seeing some more Monkey Wrench about May, or maybe G.I. Joe June. Maybe that's the next time they'll drop or do something.
Yeah, probably. Yep.
So it's only a couple of months away. I think that's how the pattern they did last year, man. But definitely another figure to be on the lookout for. And with that being said, I'm gonna finally show you guys. So if you hear in the chat, all you guys who ask me where do I get these shirts from, I keep fucking saying 80stees.com. Let's go to a share screen and I'll show you this. And it's one of those damn things that always comes up on Facebook. Like, you know how Facebook be trying to sell you shit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
I seen this 80s tee. I think I seen them on Amazon. They got some hot stuff. They got a whole bunch of retro stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the sweater that I got on. It's from 80stees.com. You see the logo here. And a lot of times the shit be on sale, but it really ain't on sale. It's fake sale and shit.
Yeah.
like oh, this costs this much. Like, you see this sweater costs $94, but it's always a damn sale. So $66 for this sweatshirt that I got on. Totally worth it. Great quality. And then this is pretty much where all those G.I. Joe shirts that I be getting come from.
Nice.
Sometimes they drop down. They used to drop down to about 23, 22, but this one costs $27. I'm not saying the shirt is made out of silk and gold, but it's definitely a good feeling shirt. It's actually true to size, so I will order just the size that you need. But they got everybody, man, and they have 242 G.I. Joe t-shirts. If you're looking for those G.I. Joe t-shirts that I got, I'm gonna go and type it in right here. I just type in G.I. Joe box art, and it's gonna pull up all their G.I. Joe box art shirts. And when we talk about like box art, we talking about, you know, like
from
the box art.
The back of the
so Paul, if you still in the chat, this is that fucking Cutter shirt that you like, the guy I talked to last week, Hyperdrive Collections. They're all $27. They also do the install pay in for. So got Torpedo up here. You got a mainframe shirt. You got the
they got layaway on here?
Huh?
They got layaway?
They got the what's the name where you pay in for and shit. So you can do that shit too. Fucking shit popping up right here. But yeah, so all these box art shirts, like 60, 70 of these shits. And I had maybe like 30 of them. So y'all be asking me like, where do I get this shit from? This is they all come from here. Tiger Force Recondo, got Frogman, got fucking Firefly there. So, you know, Blowtorch here, everybody, man. So anybody who's in the chat, this is what it is, 80stees.com, man. But I'm gonna go ahead and kill that screen there, and we gonna man, I hate for it to come to the end, man, but we definitely gonna talk some more, fellas, and get together on here. But anything you want to say on the way going out, Cap? You got anything coming up on your channel you wanna drop?
Yeah, man. Thanks to everybody that's been checking in and everything, and thanks to you again for, you know, bringing me on live and all that. Shout out Swift, shout everybody. Be on the lookout. I got the confirmation that my Hound from Gridiron is coming, so be on the lookout for that review if nobody hasn't seen a Hound.
I forgot about that.
I got that review coming up.
Has it showed up yet?
No, but I got the email that it's been shipped, so
nice.
It should be here probably any day or whatever. So that's about it. And I'll probably do a kicking it with the Cap about the G.I. Joe live stream, just, you know, what we're talking about, something real quick, and give my little thoughts on it for whoever, you know, doesn't, you know or just want to hear from me or whatever. And that's about it.
Nice. Swifty, what you got going on, fam?
I've been posting on my social media, on Instagram, doing more stop motions again. I know I was absent for a little bit beginning of this year, but I'm starting the studio back up. I'm gonna also start transferring those videos on my YouTube channel, so definitely keep an eye out for that. And I definitely, it was nice chatting with Cap. It was like I got to see him the other live stream, so it's still that I finally actually get to talk to you like virtually, like have a back and
Oh
forth.
yeah,
So
Yeah,
it's pretty dope.
yeah,
Like,
ditto, man. Same.
I appreciate everybody coming out. I was like, and yeah, I'm gonna keep my eyes on you, Cap. So I was like, everybody keep your eyes on us. We are making moves.
That's right. That's right.
no doubt, man. And as far as me, man, my thing is to continue to keep doing these lives, man, and keep showing love, man. And pretty much that's my connectivity on my channel right now is the lives, because right now I'm just going straight ham out there in the field. Like I said, I got to get up at 3:30 in the morning, so I would love to talk long on it, man, but there's other shit going on. But these lives right here, this is where it's at for me right now. So you guys in the chat, or if you're new in the chat, man, check me out 10:30s on Saturday night. Far as these fellas right here, especially Cap, definitely get with you even more. I might just hit you up on a random Saturday to come through and talk. We ain't got to be on a special event, man.
Hit me up.
Love your chemistry.
Hit me up anytime.
Yeah, man. Like if I would do a live, just this is my comfortability right here, man. The chat went like it was nothing, and that's the way it's supposed to be. We all had fun. We all had different opinions on shit. You know what I'm saying? That was the great thing about it, man. And that's what made it jail, man. But for everybody who came out in the chat, man, much love to you guys. I know you got to get up. Alpha Proto, I got to get my shit together. No, I don't have a promotion code with them, but I need to set something up, because if I was gonna do something, I would love to do it with that company, man. But unfortunately, I don't have a promotion code. I'm not linked in monetarily with anything on my channel right now. But maybe certain things I'll get around to on that end. But if you want to check them out, check them out. But everybody, I hope you enjoyed the live stream from us and G.I. Joe earlier today. And with that being said, I hope all you guys are covered. And until the next time, God bless.
God bless.
God bless.
Peace.
Peace out.
Go on, get out of here! Who needs ya?